Welcome back, everyone. Coming to you from the backyard at this time. Just want to say welcome back to the videos. In this video I'm going to show you all some of the fuel system parts that I've been working up, some of the last lines and stuff from Nuke Performance. But I already filmed that a bit ago, a couple of weeks ago from this time. I'm filming this, so you're going to send you all back to that time at some point. And I'm also going to show you all some time lapse of me fitting up the transmission to the engine and fitting the engine in. And then we're going to come back to me present time after that, and then I'm going to give you all a bit of a walkthrough update of how the engine looks at the moment and what's been fitting up and what's been welding up and coolant lines have been made and all that stuff. Just an update. But I wanted to start making this welcome to the video start of it. But let's go back to the past. So here we have rest of the parts for the fuel system. Again, Nuke Performance coming in with the parts. Some really nice looking fittings. All black, nice looking pieces. Flow form fittings. So that's the whole system and fittings for some turbo stuff as well. Some water lines. And I have just got my braided line for the radiator. Unfortunately, I didn't get the clutch release bearing with this as I had hoped for. So the engine is just sitting, waiting for that so I can fit up the transmission and measure distance for the release bearing and stuff. But it has the clutch on now and the flywheel and that stuff. The head drain made up. Unfortunately, I had to relocate it a little bit or turn a little bit. So, but got that done. So just waiting for the last bits so I can fit it up. But while I'm waiting for that, I think I'm gonna try and start on making the fuel lines, and I can start making the water lines for under the car as well, as I have gotten my pipes for it. That's also on the to-do list. Bit more welding, but hey, that's fun. And then they have the old engine just sitting in the corner, waiting for its next adventure at some point. Needs a little bit of refresh, and then into one of these things. But I'm gonna start on the lines. Put you on some time lapse so you can see it.
Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it feet like. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it feet like. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it feet like. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like feet. Let me get a beat, I kick it funky like. Let me get a
welcome back to the present, everyone. So hope you liked some of the parts that are going in and the time lapse of filling up the engine stuff. But now I want to show you all where we're at the moment. So this is where we are with the engine stuff. I have fitted up a lot more stuff than when just the engine being fitted in. I made up the wiring, the cooling lines. Runs to the back and it runs down to pipes. You can see I welded up. You can see it down there. Gonna show you all those. I have started on making the roadmap for the wiring to figure out what routing I want it to be and what layout and what I need. So I used some string to make it all, and then so I know kind of what lengths I want it all to be in. So it's easier for me I can lay it out on the table and then just cut wires to length, and hopefully makes it a little bit more easier. And then I want to do, if you all have been knowing a bit of motorsport wiring and knows how that stuff is made, I want to see if I can do a concentric twisted wiring harness. It looks difficult, seems difficult. What I've heard about is difficult, but let's see. It's new, so why not try it out on this awesome build. I'll also, fit up fuel pressure regulator, again, new performance one with fuel temp and fuel pressure in one sensor. And I've pretty much fitted up the turbo for good. The manifold is fitted up for good. I welded up the wastegate, so that's been moved from where the manifold originally came, with the location being here, but there was just not enough space. It was hitting the tower, so I had to move it. So I moved it here. Should be enough space for my looks to be enough space for my 3.5 inch downpipe. And me being stressed out or whatever, I ordered 4 inch 6 meter tube instead of 3.5 inch. So it's gonna be a 3.5 inch downpipe to a 4 inch to all the way back. So originally it was gonna be a 3.5 inch, but now it's gonna be a 4 inch on the backside. So it's gonna be loud, but it shouldn't have a pressure problem this time around. But so this is the engine. Not a lot of, it's tedious job that's been done. It doesn't look like much. The wastegate and all that stuff looks like much, but it's just tedious as hell. It just takes a lot of time fabricating stuff. As you can see, take you onto the car. I have made these water lines or water pipes that's running under the car all the way to the back with the rear lines on them. It's just to give more area for cooling, for coolant. And in my hypothesis that these pipes, when air runs through them or over them, they should help cool the coolant as well, as these should transfer the heat better. But this should make it cold, like you have heat sinks on GPUs and stuff like that. That's my hypothesis. So let's see if it works when we start driving it. But that's why I did this one. Also to make smaller lines, so I don't have, if I take the lines off in the front, I don't have lines hanging under the car. So I made those. Oh, the camera's in a weird angle. It was twisted around my hand. I got some more lines. I needed some AN12s for my coolant reservoir that I've been making. I was thinking of buying one, but I was thinking, why not just try and make one myself? So I'll make this one. It's almost finished. I just need to make mounting points, but I have run out of argon at the moment. So it's gonna be running AN12 in the bottom, AN12 here, and this over to expansion tank. I actually think it came out very well. I think the welds are alright. I've been having a harder time actually doing some of the welding. And so the buddy of mine told me some tricks and tips to do it a bit better. So it's coming out pretty well for my liking. And then the last thing I've been working on, I have finished the first part of the rear wiring harness. You can see here with Deutsch connectors, and then it runs into the firewall connector. You can see down here. And I've all been running with DR25 heat shrink. So it's resistant and it should be fun. Just waiting for some epoxy to fill up some places and to finish it up. And waiting for, I ordered too big of DR25, so I'm waiting on a bit smaller for it for the fuel, the water pump, and for the fuel pump wiring. It's made. The fuel wiring's been made. It's here on my wiring table. I just need the DR25 before I can finish it up. This is the loom thing. Starting to go over the inside stuff. I think that's gonna be really cool. It's called carbon gold. Let's see how it works. It's actually wiring, or it's gonna call, not shielding, loom, wiring loom for when you build PC components, when you build a computer. Damn, my brain is fried. So but those parts for the last wiring shaft should rock up here soon. The only thing I'm in a bit of mind fight with, or need to determine or figure out how I want to do about, is I want to fit up my flex fuel in the back, and I will need to make a place for wires for the, what's it called, fuel level sender in the back as well. But the wires are too small to go through the firewall connector I already have, as that's 12 gauge wire. So, and these are only 20 gauge wires. So I need to come to agreement with myself if I want to buy a size 18 firewall connector as well, with 21 20 gauge wire outputs for these two things, and then for lights in the back. I might do that. It's a bit more expensive to do it that way, but I can't find any firewall connectors that I want to use. You should be able to get the Deutsch 12-pin DT connector, but I can't find anywhere to find them at the moment. It seems a bit hard. So I might just do the other thing. It looks cool and everything. It's just a bit more expensive, but building the dream, right? So why not do it the right way? Or do it the cool way. Almost figure out the time belt, the alternator belt, and the power steering belt. Okay, I have the power steering belt. I just need to figure out the alternator belt. Should be here on Thursday. I've just been buying a bunch and then seeing what fits, and the one of those fits, return them. So, but oh yeah, I still need to figure out where to fit the wideband block and the thermocouple amplifier for the EGT sensors, the exhaust gas temperature sensors. But I think I might fit them here. So I want the boxes to be a bit away from the heat. Also need to build, I know some people might think it's weird to have the wiring come out here close to the heat, but I think I'm gonna build a heat shield out of some aluminum or something, and put some of this gold tape on it and fit it up here, just to make that a bit easier, to help with that stuff, with heat. That is probably on the to-do list for when I know how everything's going to be routed at the end, on one of the last bits. But there is an idea for it, so I do know it's going to be a bit of a tricky one. So that's where we're at. Unfortunately, I didn't make a DHB. I was really hoping for it, but things were just taking too much time, and I was stressing way too much about it. So I still need to get the drive shaft made. I've been procrastinating about getting that shit done for a long time now. Just need to get it done, to call the people up to get it done. The annoying thing is I probably need to go to where they're located to get it, to give them the parts I already have and tell them how it should be built, or how I want to build. And for them, that's a 2 to 3 hour drive and a bit of money for a freaking bridge expenses. But that might have to be done next weekend, but we'll see. I need to figure, not next weekend. They're close to the weekends. I don't know. I need to figure out what to do about that one. Maybe find somebody that needs to go that way and then we can drop it off. But well, This is going to be a long video. Hope you all gonna watch it, like it. But see you on the next one. Bye.